Test. All right, well, I have screwed up actually making this mic work like 4 times. I'm still not 100% that it's working. So basically what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go and actually open up a new tab and try to see if I am recording myself, if I can hear myself. But basically what's happening right now is I am Kurt Schulzig. I am trying to earn the speed talking world record. That's the end goal here. Alright, so cool. That is working. So that's for all of you people who aren't currently here right now. So basically, just for reference real quick, the current world record for speed talking, for talking at a fast rate, is currently at 655 words per minute. This means that I'm going to be reading this, by the way, which is the first chunk of The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. It goes down to the 5th paragraph, I think that is. It goes 293 words in, which means that, and I'm going to be going for 665 words per minute as opposed to the current record of 655, meaning that I would have to read my 293 word excerpt in, give or take, running this through a calculator real quick, 26.83 seconds. So basically 27 seconds. I have it in physical form right here, so that way I can read it without like looking really weirdly at the camera. And yeah, let me just go and open up another copy of my thing real quick. Also, just for reference, I have these headphones on because I'm probably gonna be listening to music because it is unbearably boring to just repeat yourself over and over and over and over again. So what I'm going to be doing is I have a Rubik's Cube timer here on the other part of the screen. Slide? On the other tab. Or no, it's not technically a tab, it's technically an application. But basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reading this section. My rules for going right now are if I like really badly mess up, like if I miss up, like let's say do something like I stutter on the word muttered, that won't be a cancel, although I probably wouldn't win a record with that. It will instead be just like, oh, I messed up, shit. But if I do wind up doing really good, and I do wind up actually, if I do one that's like really badly messed up, like if I just completely stop talking for a second, I'll just be like, okay, well, that's done, and just reset the timer and start a new one. So without further ado, we will be doing the first attempt in 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, dearie, yeah, so that went well. All right, try again. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, dreary, while I upon a week and weary, over many acquaintance. Fuck me. All right, sorry, I am messing up for no reason now. So let's try this again. Hopefully, I do it right this time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, dreary, while upon our week and weary, over many acquaintant curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and on nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as of someone generally rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. I distinctly remember it was in the bleak December, any shepherd dying, amber rods, ghost upon for weekly. I wish tomorrow vainly I had sought to borrow for my books, secrecy, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden who the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silk and satin, certain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, 'tis some visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. This is it, nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating, then no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there, nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering long, I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence wasn't broken in, the stillness gave no token, and the only word was spoken was the whisper word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo merely murmured back. Yeah, I messed up. But basically that took way too long. I'm messing up. I'm doing this for like the first time streaming it on YouTube. I'm going to be a bit slow. Whatever. All right, but so that was a mess up, but it would have been something like 65 seconds, which is way below what I usually get. I usually get like 40-ish seconds. So let me try this again. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, dreary, while upon a week and weary, over many quaint. Oh, see, I keep on messing up. 3, 2. Nope, that's not what I wanted. 3, 2. Once upon a major, we were upon a weekend, we were over many acquainted, curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and our nearly napping sound. They came tapping us with some gently rapping on my chamber door. To synthesize dry matter tapping on my chamber door. Only this, nothing more. Honestly, I remember it was in the bleak December. Any shepherd dying, amber rods, ghost upon the floor. Equally, I wish the morrow failing, I had sought to borrow from my books to increase the stars for the lost and for the rare and made whom the angels name and the Lord nameless here forevermore. And the silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain, thoroughly filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating on my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. Some light visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. This is it, nothing more." Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore." But the fact is, I was napping again so gently. You came rapping again so faintly. You came tapping at my chamber door. This I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no more I've ever dreamed before. But the silence wasn't broken, and the stillness given a token, and the only word was spoken was a whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this and nothing more. All right, so that was 49 seconds. That wasn't very good. That was one of my worst runs, but 49 seconds. That was my first successful run of the stream with all 0 of you viewers. All right, you might hear my dad or my brother running around outside, or my dog barking, because my dog isn't very bright. All right, but anyways, back to this. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Gotta get my timer. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a midday, well, I'm modern weekend, we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and our nearly napping sound. They came a tapping acid, someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more." I distinctly remember it was in the bleak December. Any shepherd dying, amber waters goes upon the floor. Eagerly I wish the morrow vainly had sought to borrow from my books to increase the stars for the lost Lord, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name the Lord name is here forevermore. And the silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still being on my heart, I started repeating, "'Tis some visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. Some light visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. That is it, nothing more." Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore." But the fact is, I was not gently you came rapping and so faintly. You came tapping at my chamber door. That I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no more mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness given a token, and the only word was spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." That I whispered and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this and nothing more. Oh, that was really bad. 54.28 seconds. I am actually going to go ahead and... What was I going to do? Yeah, I was going to just pull up some music. Because, again, not very fun just listening to myself ramble on. Or not again, I said that in a previous failed attempt at doing this. That's louder than I thought it was going to be. Oh, well, it's quiet as my thing wants to go. All right, cool. So, back to the grind. 3... Oop, wrong tab. Oof, wrong tab. 3, 2, 1. Once upon our manager, well upon our weekend, we were over many quaint, curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and our nearly napping sound. They came a tapping acid, someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, nothing more. I distinctly remember it was in the bleak December. A shepherd dying, amber roars goes upon floor. Eagerly I wish the morrow vainly had sought to borrow from my books to increase the stars for the lost Lord, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name the Lord name is here forevermore." And the silken sound uncertain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still being on my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. Some light visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. This is it, nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "am right and truly your forgiveness I implore." But the fact is, I was napping again so gently, came rapping so faintly. You came tapping at my chamber door. That I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no more ever to dream before. But the silence was broken, and the stillness given a token, and the only word was spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, nothing more. All right, 47 seconds. So 47 seconds means that this is 293 words. So 47.37 divided, or 293. 293. Okay, so 293 divided by what did I get again? Sorry, I'm a mess. So 297. I'm a absolute mess. I can't remember anything. Okay. Again, last time. I'm a mess. This YouTube channel is never taking off. 293. Cool. Divided by 47.37 means that was 6.18. So that was slower than I usually get. I can usually get down to about 40. But there you go. That's what that is. So 6.185. We're going to need more than that. I think the original previous world record holder, he's speaking at 655. So we have 293 divided by 655. Yeah, so he was talking at a rate of about 3. Oh, wait, never mind. He was talking at a rate of about 655 words per minute, which means 655 divided by 60. World record holder was talking at about 10.91 words per second, or 10.92 words per second, if we're running correctly. Someone has to beat that. I'm about almost there. Not quite there, but close enough. Oof. All right. So, what was I going to say? Yeah. Back to the grind. Ta-da. All right. Wrong tab again. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, Jerry well upon a week, we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping acid, someone gently rapping at my chamber door, system is dry, mutter tapping at my chamber door, only this and nothing more. I distinctly remember in the bleach December, shepherd dying, arbor, Ross goes upon the floor, eagerly I wish tomorrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books, Christy saw for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore, and the silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain, throw me, fill me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, just still being on my heart, I still repeating, tis a visitor entering, answer, my chamber door, suddenly visitor entering, answer, my chamber door, this is it, nothing more, pressing my soul stronger, hesitating, that no longer, sir, said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came tapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I open wide the door, darkness there, nothing more, deep into the darkness, peering long, I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no more I ever dared to dream before. But the silence wasn't broken in, the still escaped to check in, and the only word was spoken was the whisper word Lenore. This I whispered in an echo, murmured back the word Lenore, that merely this, nothing more. Woo! 45 seconds. Woo! Alright, so that is 45 whole seconds. Yeah, so hopefully that was good. Yeah, it was. So I'm going to run downstairs and grab a soda real quick because my current one ran out a minute ago. So I'm gonna run down there, grab a new one real quick. I'll be right back. Is there any way to pause the stream? There probably is. I'm a moron. All right, well, I'm gonna be back. Bye. You just gotta mute this thing. I return merrily with sodas galore. Diet Coke, please sponsor me. No, I'm kidding. I'm the only person who watches my videos. I've been streaming for 12 minutes. Nobody watches it. Probably because nobody clicks on the streaming tab, and the people who do click on the streaming tab are usually the people who go to the trending tab, and those are unique people. You guys gotta love that ASMR of me slurping my Diet Coke. Anyways, and back to the grind. I'm going to do one with no music, see if I do any better on this, because I don't have music. I need to fix everything, because my computer's broken as fuck. Alright, so, alright, on the count of whenever the fuck I say. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. By the power of Diet Coke, let's go. Once upon a minute, dear, well, upon a week, we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, well, and nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping acid, someone gently rapping at my chamber door, tis and visitor, I mutter tapping on my chamber door, only this and nothing more. Out of the hour, it was in the bleak December, Andy shepherd dying, Amber Broads goes upon the floor, eagerly I wish tomorrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books to Christus, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore, and the silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain, thrill me, fill me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, tis still beating on my heart, I still repeating, tis and visitor entering, answers have my chamber door, some late visitor entering, answers have my chamber door, that is it, nothing more, this is it, nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating them no longer, sir, said I, liar. Madam, truly, your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was napping, and so gently came a rapping, and so faintly came a tapping out of the chamber door. I scarce was true. I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, nothing more. Deep into that darkness, peeking. Long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence wasn't broken in. The stillness given to token. And the only word was spoken was whispered Lord Lenore. This whispered in, and I can murmur back the word Lenore. Merely this, nothing more. Oh, that was a bad run. All right, so that was 52.62 seconds. So I am actually gonna do something neat here real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and write up a piece of code which will tell me at what rate I'm speaking, because I'm a fucking moron. Basically that's the idea here, is I'm gonna try to yeah, part of my Rubik's cubing. I'm definitely not humble bragging. Humble. What does the word humble mean? Anyways, I'm going to be pulling up my ID right now. Basically, what I'm going to do is, in between rounds, like when I'm talking to you guys, all 0 of you again, I'm probably going to try to write up an ID, which will just tell me how many words per minute instead of doing really stupid math. It should be really easy, just like some random input thing. Eventually, I'll probably make a Tkinter for it, but who cares? If all 0 of you want to ever see me do a coding channel, the answer is no. Unless if you guys, like, actually start watching my videos. For all, again, 0 of you. I'm being really cynical about this, but there's really no reason for it. I'm kind of just an asshole. I am not watching anything right now. I'm not even watching my own stream, so I should probably do that. I can throw a PyCharm up in the corner. This is gonna be something really easy to do. Just create a new Python file, name. We'll call this speed. And because I'm going to be using only one document for this entire time, I'm just going to have one easy input, and so I don't have to keep on forgetting and checking things. A equals 0. What's I going to say? Oh, yeah. A equals 0 divided by, or A equals sorry, we can make B equal to input. Because I want to be extra. Input. I use Python, by the way. B equals input. C equals input. Or, sorry, equals 273 over integer of B. Okay, cool. And then just print C. Don't know why I made A exist. A was completely unnecessary for this entire process. And then just hit an enter line. Boop. Run the code in console. Run speed. It's not 273. What am I saying? 273. 1 second. Stop running that. It is, in fact, actually 293. So we'll just do 293 divided by the integer B. 293 over the integer B. Yeah. Sounds good. So that should give me the amount of words per second. Yeah, that should give me words per second. And then print, we could say words per second plus C. And then we can do E equals C times 60. And then we can have print, or we can have print words per minute colon plus E plus. All right, cool. Let's try running that. So time it took me to do, let's say 56 seconds. What? Oh, bullocks. String. I'm not British. I'm just an asshole. String of this. Okie doke. Let's say it took me 45 seconds to talk. That would be 6.5 words per second or 390 words per minute. Cool. Okay. Oh, yay! One person's watching. Hey. So, anyways, you just watched me do boring coding stuff. Anyways, this is time to get back into the actual speed talking part where I talk fast for no reason other than I have no life. All right. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, well upon a week, we were over many quaint and curious volumes of the world, and not nearly napping suddenly the kept tapping ass of someone gently rapping on my chamber door. To some visitor, I had to mutter, tapping on my chamber door. Only this is nothing more. I distinctly I remember it was in bleak December, and secret dying amber wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wish tomorrow vainly had sought to borrow from my books to increase the sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. In the silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain, fill me with fantastic terror never felt before. So that now to still the beating of my heart, still repeating, tis some visitor entering entrance inside my chamber door. Suddenly visitor entering entrance inside my chamber door. This isn't nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer stirs. I said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there, nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence wasn't broken, and the stillness given a token, and the only word was spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this and nothing more. Whew. Hey, one person. Did you think anything of that? Was it any good? Tom Lindbergh. Hi. Got any questions? Yeah, I'm really just bored. Yeah, no, but that was actually I can go ahead and run that into the algorithm I just coded. That was 52.13 words per minute. Yeah, no, she didn't understand anything. It's because I'm talking like a goddamn bullet. Yeah, no, you should actually look up the current world record holder, talking at 655 words per minute. Dude says that like when he does the Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers thing, like it just sounds like a bunch of peas coming right after each other. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my why is this thing so bad at displaying comments? I'm sorry, dude. I don't really do YouTube. As you can tell, I have all of none subscribers. All right, yeah. Well, there you go. I'm ignoring you for a second because I can't seem to get this program to work. 52.13. 52.13 seconds is what it took me to get through that. And oh right. Sorry, I can't do decimals. 52. 52. Ooh, come on, give me 52. 52. There we go. That means I was talking at roughly 5.6 words per second or 338 words per minute. Ta-da. All right, so I am going to try to go slightly faster, I presume. That should be the goal, at least. Just for reference, I think I mentioned this earlier in the video. My goal here is to get down to about 11 words per second. So I basically sound like I'm on crack. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, well upon a week, we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and not nearly napping. Suddenly the came tapping as fuck me, I fucked up. All right, I'm gonna try this again. Part of my language if you're one of those weird people. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, well upon a week, we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and not nearly napping. Suddenly the came tapping as someone gently rapping on my chamber door. Tis and about tapping on my chamber door. Only this nothing more. I just think I remember is in the bleak December, and ship dying amber wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wish tomorrow vainly I had sought to borrow from my books to increase the sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rarest and radiant maiden of whom the angels name Lenore, name is here forevermore. And the silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now to still the beating of my heart I stood repeating, tis a visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. This is it, nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer stir. Said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there, and nothing more. Bye. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence wasn't broken, and the stillness given a token, and the only word was spoken was whispered word Lenore. This whispered and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, nothing more. God, that was bad again. 53 seconds. Shit. Yeah, okay, well. All right. Bye, Tom. Thank you, Tom. You were my first ever viewer and probably my last. Ass. I'm gonna go ahead and see if what I'm saying is legible through the shitty YouTube mic. Okie doke. Oof. Cool. So hey, someone else is here. Hello. So basically, yeah. So I was just going back and listening to make sure that you were like what I was saying was actually coming through the mic. It was, in fact, really shittily, probably because I don't enunciate well enough. But it did come through. So I have currently gone through 7 during the stream. I'm probably gonna do it 3 more times. Then we'll see what goes on. I got my Diet Coke here. Keep myself hydrated. Sponsor me Diet Coke. Oh God, no, please. I only have 1 viewer. You would make a very poor investment. All right. All right. You ready? 1 person. You ready to watch? Let's go. This is The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Or at least a section of it. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a man, Drew, up on our weekend mural for many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, while I nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as of someone generally rapping on my chamber door. System visitor, I matter tapping on my chamber door. This is nothing more. I distinctly remember in the bleak December age, ship of dying ember, rise goes upon for eagerly. I wish tomorrow vainly had sought to borrow from my books to increase the stars, for the lost or for the rare and radiant maid, whom the angels name the Lord, nameless here forevermore. And this silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain, fill me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now it's still being on my heart, I still repeating tis some visitor entering entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. This is it, nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, I hesitating then no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, by the fact as I was napping again so gently, you came rapping again so faintly, you came tapping on my chamber. That I scarcely sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, dying, dreams no mortal soul ever dared to dream before, but the silence wasn't broken and the stillness given to took it, and the only word was spoken was whisper word Lenore. This I whispered and an echo murmured back to Lenore, merely this is nothing more. Oh, that was a bad match too. And the person left halfway through. All right, but that is 50.46 seconds. Run my algorithm again. And we can actually, wait 1 second. Actually, instead of running my algorithm like that, we can run it like this. We can actually do, instead of integer, we can do string of C, and we can do float of 293, my bad, 293, and then float of that, and then we have float of C. Okie doke. And there we go. String of C. Okie doke. String. And we can turn that into a string as well. No, you don't want to work? That's cool. All right, that looks like it will work now. Let's try running that. 50.46. Great, doesn't do numbers. 50 to 50. No, okay. We can just do integer then. Integer of we can do integer of 60 times the integer C, and then we can give ourselves some string and 50. Cool. 5.86 words per second or 300 words per minute. I am going to need my computer charger soon, or I can just go ahead and end the stream. I'll probably do a bit of both. Once I get my 10% alarm, I'll run downstairs and grab my charger. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do another round. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a manager, upon a weekend we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and nearly napping suddenly the came tapping ass, someone gently rapping at my chamber door. Tis a visitor, I mutter tapping at my chamber door. Only this nothing more. I distinctly I remember was in the bleak December age, if I dying, I remember I was goes upon the floor. Equally I wish tomorrow, if anything had set to borrow from my books to Christ sorrow for the lost Lenore, further rare and radiant maiden whom the names of the name of Lord nameless here forevermore. And this looking sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain of thrill me, fill me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still being on my heart, I still repeating, tis a visitor entering, answers have my chamber door. Some visitor entering, answers have my chamber door. This is it, nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating, and no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, truly, you're forgetting I implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door. That I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there, nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting dreams, dreaming dreams, no matter, no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence wasn't broken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word was spoken was the whisper word Lenore. This I whispered, and the echo, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, nothing more. 48 words per second. That probably could have gone a bit faster if it wasn't for that stuttering. Dude, I'm trying to get through 10 of these, and I'm taking so long. I'm taking like 3 minutes something to get through one, like maybe a minute speech. So far, the fastest today has been 45 seconds, and I've been averaging 50? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess, but 50. So 50 is what I've been averaging. I need to get my score down to 26, I think it was. So that's interesting. Actually, let's see what it would be using my little calculator over here. It would be 26, or let's see, 26. Yeah, it would be 26, or 25.9 or whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do another one real quick, and then I will probably end the stream about then. I might have to go grab my computer charger if not. But power of Coke. 3, 2, 1, without further ado. Once upon a manager, upon a weekend we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and nearly epic, saying they kept tapping ass, someone generally rapping at my chamber door, tis a visitor, I muttered tapping at my chamber door. This is nothing more. I distinctly I remember is in the bleak December age, ship dying, I remember I was upon the floor. Eagerly I wish tomorrow, if anything had set tomorrow for my books to increase the sorrow for the lost nor for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angel's name and Lord name is here forevermore. And the silken sad and uncertain rustling of each purple curtain fill me with fantastic tears never felt before. So that now it's still the beating on my heart, still repeating, tis a visitor entering, answers at my chamber door. Some late visitor entering, answers at my chamber door. This is it, nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating, then no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was tapping, and so gently you kept tapping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door. This I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I open wide the door, darkness there, nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams, no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token. And the only word was spoken was the whisper word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, nothing more. Man, if I hadn't stuttered there at the end, I would have done so much better. No, that was 48 seconds. So that is 10. I average 50.27. I'm going to go grab a computer charger, and I'm going to be right back. Probably going to be doing this for way too long. This isn't going to upload to YouTube. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I seem to have the Face ID doesn't work with the headphones. I seem to have no life, but also the fact that I'm not streaming on a desktop says volumes about how professional I am. I got a message in this group chat thing, and that makes me want to die. Crap, what's his date? Well, shit. I seem to have missed something that I probably shouldn't have missed. Thing I missed. April 24th. All right, cool. Sorry. No, I didn't miss it. Tight. Cool. So, instead of wasting more time, like I've been doing this entire stream, get my drink thing and power round. I'm going to do like 5 more in like the next 15 minutes. It's going to be great. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten little world and nearly nothing suddenly came tapping as if someone gently rapping on my chamber door. His visitor, I muttered, tapping on my chamber door. Only this, nothing more. I distinctly remember is in the bleak December age, but dying. I remember rods goes upon 4 equally. I wish the borrow of vainly I had sought to borrow from my books to increase the star for the lost nor for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain fill me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, tis the visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. Suddenly, visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. This is it. Nothing more. Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating. Then no longer, sir, said I, or madam. Truly, your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was napping, and so you and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door. That I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness, peering, long I stood. There wondering, fearing, doubting, dreams of mortal ever dared to dream before, but the silence wasn't broken, and the stillness given a token. And the only word was spoken was whispered word Lenore. This I merely this I whispered, and in an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this and nothing more. That was a crap round too. What the heck? Yeah, that was a bad round as well. What the hell was that? Like, worst round so far is 54 seconds. That was less than my worst round, but best round so far is 45 seconds. Both of those. What is happening? Why isn't that calculating? Sorry, both of those get dropped from my average, so that's fine. Cool. I can actually save my times. That's neat. I'm gonna throw together next. I'll document when I'm done with this. Anyways, I'm actually gonna try to do part of this from memory as much as I can. I can't do most of it, but I can do the beginning part. I think I can do once upon a midnight jury while I ponder weak and weary. Once upon a midnight jury while I ponder weak and weary over many a curious volume, over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping on my chamber door. 'Tis a visitor. I muttered, tapping on my chamber door. This is it, nothing more. I have no idea. No, it's distinctly I remember it was in that's funny. Distinctly I remember it was in the decrepit? Deep? No, it was bleak. Deep, bleak, close enough. Anyways, I'm going to try to do this fast and do what parts that I can from memory, which I'll just be doing while looking at it because, don't know all of it. It'll be a screw up. I don't want to waste time. I've already wasted so much time. It's like 40 minutes of my life gone that I'm never getting back. I'm a bad person. What is it? Nobody. This is why nobody watches this. No thumbs up. Let's go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, jury, while upon a week, we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore, well and on nearly the epic sound that came tapping as if someone gently rapping on my chamber door. Tis and visitor, I muttered, tapping on my chamber door. Only this, nothing more. This thing that I remember was in the bleak December age, ship dying, ever rods goes upon 4. Eagerly, I wish the morrow, vainly, I had to borrow from my books to Christus, star for the lost nor for the rare and radiant maiden, who the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken sound and certain rustling of each purple curtain, throw me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still being on my heart, I still repeating, tis and visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. Suddenly, visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. This is it, nothing more. Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating, and no longer, sir, said I, or madam, truly, your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping on my chamber door. That I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I open wide the door. Darkness there, nothing more. Deep into that darkness, peering. Long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming. Dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before, but the silence wasn't broken, and the stillness given a token. And the only word was spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this and nothing more. 46 seconds, so close to my record, and that means that my new average of 12 is 50.28. Standard deviation of 0.28 seconds or 2.28 seconds. Average of 50.21. Dropping best and worst, that drops up to 50.28. Yeah, so Hopefully this works. I probably shouldn't be using a Rubik's Cube timer, but let's go again. 3. Wait, first. That was disgusting. No, it wasn't. What am I saying? Eyebrows. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, Jerry upon a week, Muriel for many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten the world, and on nearly epic side, they kept tapping asses, some journaling, rapping on my chamber door. System visitor, I muttered, tapping on my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. I distinctly, I remember, it was in the bleak December, a ship of dying, I remember, rods goes upon for eagerly. I wish tomorrow, faintly, I had set apart for my books, increases, star for the last more. For the rare radium, in whom the angels name Lenore, name was here forevermore. And the silken satin, certain rustling for each purple curtain. Throw me, fill me with fantastic tales never felt before. So that now it's still being on my heart. I was still repeating, system visitor, entering anxious, having chamber door. Some visitor, entering anxious, having chamber door. This is it and nothing more. Presently, my soul was stronger, hesitating, that no longer stirs that I am right. I'm truly your forgiveness. I implore, but the fact is, I was not against so generally. You came rapping, and so faintly, you came tapping at my chamber door. That I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, longest other wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence wasn't broken, and the stillness given no token. And the only word was spoken was the whisper word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, nothing more. 45.09 seconds. Let's see what speed that was, like, total. Hey, I dropped my average down finally below 49 seconds. Dang it, the face identification thing doesn't work on headphones. I said that earlier, and I don't know why I tried it again. Oop. That was a crash course video, which I did not mean to pull up. I don't know what that was about. Hopefully it was the medieval history one. I only really like watching John Green on those crash courses. Unpopular opinion. No, it's a very popular opinion. Okay, 45 seconds, pretty much on the dot. It's 45.09, right? So if you just go and plug in 40, that's not the right thing. Nope, it's still not the right thing. 45? 360 words per minute. Days of the year, or 360 words per minute, 6.5 words per second. So that's closer. All right, cool. So now we go again. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, upon our weekend area, over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten the world, and on nearly epic side, they kept tapping asses, some generally rapping on my chamber door, system visitor, I'm tapping on my chamber door. Only this is nothing more. I distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, a ship of dying, I remember, rods goes upon the floor. Equally, I wish tomorrow, vainly had set apart for my books, increases so star for the lost Lord, for the rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name, Lord, name is here forevermore. And the silken satin, certain rustling of each purple curtain, throw me, fill me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now it's still being on my heart. I still repeating, system visitor, entering anxious, my chamber, some visitor, entering anxious, my chamber. This is it, nothing more. Presently, my soul was stronger, hesitating, then no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, truly your forgiveness, I implore, by the fact that I was not against so gently, you came to rapping. And so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door. That I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I open wide the door. Darkness there, nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering. Longest there, wandering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no more. I'll ever dare to dream before. But the silence wasn't broken, and the stillness gave no token. And the only word was spoken was the word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, nothing more. 45.53 seconds. I believe that is the second best score that we've gotten so far. So cool. I am going to do this again, and then I will do something which I have down by memory, which I can do significantly faster, and then I will sign off probably about the 50-minute mark. All right. 3. All right, let me get a drink of my soda. Sponsor me. Why is it every time I try to say sponsor me, I fucking choke on my own? I don't have a cup holder. I've been keeping this on top of a chocolate bunny this entire time. Say hi, chocolate bunny. All right. I'm going to eat that later. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Once upon a minute, upon our weekend we were over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten the world, and on nearly epic side, they kept tapping asses, some generally rapping on my chamber door. System visitor, I'm tapping on my chamber door. This is nothing more. I distinctly remember, it was in the bleak December, a ship of dying, I remember, rods goes upon for eagerly, which tomorrow faintly had such a from my books decreased the stars, for the lost Lord, for the rare radiant man whom the angels name Lord, name is here forevermore. And this silken satin, certain rustling of each purple curtain, fill me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now it's still the beating on my heart. I stood repeating, system visitor entering anxious, having chamber door. Some late visitor entering anxious, having chamber door. This is nothing more. Presently, my soul was stronger, hesitating, and no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, truly, your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was not against so gently, you came rapping in so faintly, you came tapping at my chamber door. That I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I open wide the door, darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, longest there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no more. I'll ever dare to dream before, but the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave it a token, and the only word was spoken was the whisper word Lenore. This I whispered, and the echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, nothing more. 45.51 seconds. All right, so that's 15. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Cool. Copying my times, putting them into an Excel document so I can document success over time. Because I should probably make this my senior project for my research class. Woo. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so now I'll do something from memory real quick. Just for reference real quick. My fastest time was 45 seconds, which is 360 words per minute. My slowest time was 54.28, which is rounding, of course, because I am sad. 300 words per minute, so somewhere between 300 and 360, averaging out at almost exactly 49, actually, 49.3. 49 seconds. I averaged... That is not the right math. 1 second. I see what happened there. Yeah. Let's try doing this. String of that equals the... I made a little coding error, and that has resulted in me getting bamboozled significantly. Okay, so 49. What the heck? Float. Try that. Okay, got that right. All right, so our fastest speed was 49. Actually, I think I can do decimals now. 49. Float. Cool. Let's try doing that now. 49.31 was our... All right, so 49.31 comes out to 5.94 words per second, or 356 words per minute. Our best time was 45.09, with a total words per second of 6.498, and a words per minute of 389. And our worst time of 54.28 came out to be 323 words per minute, or 5.397936624907885 words per second. Just for reference, again, the goal for now, at least, is to try to get up to 11 words per second. That would mean I would be contending for world record. So now I'm going to do, seeing as how there's no one currently watching this stream, except for like the 1 or 2 people who popped in during the entire process, but none of them left any comments. No, I'm kidding. Word count. I will be doing Aaron Burser from Hamilton because I have that song memorized because I am a sad person. I don't really like plays that much. I just happen to have it memorized. Okay, word count. Word count by song. All right, so Hamilton has, what's it called? Aaron Burser has a word count of 422 words. 422 words. All right, cool. So because as it's a word count of 422 words, I just switch around this one number in my code right here. 422. Okie doke. And we are ready to go. Okie doke. All right. On a new timer. On the count of 3. This is from memory, by the way, so I'm not looking at anything. In fact, just go ahead and just... Nah, I'll just look at the camera. 3, 2, 1. Part of me, so that that's the source of my surface of looking for and getting a research and prints out so of course the time my cost of vast source of benefits my pension is a bullshit is financial punch per se I want to do graduate and to join the revolution and me out to how you graduate fast as my parents were for pastor more from course I'm often got a wish was one thing prove the with more than one bar for can buy a drink that will be nice will talk let me offer some advice talk less watch bomb over the limit gets for you can't be serious want to get hey schools one up to what time is it showtime like I'm from the place to be 2 pints of amounts work out 3 there's a customer with me because I'll check about us on 3 we motivation I came from 5 sample swat to the king was the best of all, but I'm not going to get up and I see how much come again. The course of the Harap and the course of the courses. You must have a couple more to the revolution. I think the approach of I am bringing me a stuff wants. Club with anything, you spit on a civil line, but the revolution's in no way you fall for. If you step for nothing, but what do you fall for? Who are you? Who is this kid? What's he going to do? 46 seconds. Cough. Which means plug it into my newly updated algorithm for this Hamilton song. 46.05 seconds comes out to 9.1 words per second, or 549 words per minute. So then, yeah, so I am well on my way. Cool. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube, after the stream with a couple small edits made to it, sorry, save my thing. Yeah. So for those of you who are watching this after the stream, after I've made a couple small edits to it, it's still probably going to be way too gargantuan for any reasonable person to sit through. Leave in the comments if you want me to speed read anything else for you guys, aside from this one little thing by Edgar Allan Poe, which I'm trying to get the world record with. Any songs, I'm not a big fan of poetry, but if you have any poetry, any political things, I should actually do a Fiverr with this. Oh, that'd be neat. No, but beside the point. Yeah, but if you guys have anything at all that you guys want me to do with this, it's great. I'll do it. Maybe if it's not racist. No, I'll do it. Yeah. So as long as you do that, I just leave a comment, like, subscribe, although I don't know why you would, because this is really garbage content. Why am I asking this? I'm wasting time. I'm already way above 10 minutes. I got enough for 5 whole videos right here. Anyways, yeah, so basically, that was my stream. Thank you, Ton Lindbergh, for being the only person to leave comments at all, saying like a couple million words per second. But yeah, so there you go. Bye, and see you tomorrow.